Hi, my knitting friends. I just got 2 full boxes full of yarn from Yarnspirations, who make the Bernat brand that you can find at Michael's, Joann's, and places like that. I'm super excited because they sent me a yarn that isn't even available yet, a new type of hand knit chunky yarn. And I just wanted to go through the different types of yarn they sent me and do a review on them. So the first type of yarn I want to talk about is their new yarn, which is Bernat Blanket Extra Thick Frosting. So it is called frosting. It's supposed to kind of look like frosting. It's really pretty. We are in the springtime. It's giving very spring colors, kind of Eastery, very pretty. The first thing I want to call out is the size of the skein. Look how huge it is compared to the other types of yarn I use. It is, let's see, 65 yards, and usually I'll use 28 yard skeins or 32, but this, no matter what, is double that. And yeah, let's unwrap it. Oh my god, it's so soft. It feels so nice, such good quality. Okay, you can tell it's dense and thick, but also like very fluffy, very thick. I feel like this yarn would work up very quickly and make it really easy to make a hand knit blanket. And make it really fast. I'm super curious to know what this looks like when it comes together knitted in a chunky blanket. I think it'll look super cool. And since this is 65 yards, I could use just 2 of them to make a throw blanket, that's for sure. I bet I can make 1 baby blanket with just 1 of these skeins. And the color of this is called Sienna C. That is this one. Now, they sent me another color of that same frosting in this color, and it is called Honey Bear. Let's take a look at Honey Bear. Okay, so this was the Sienna C, this is Honey Bear, same frosting style. This has blues in it. This almost reminds me of more like fall colors. I think this would be really pretty in the fall, or just someone who likes maybe even like boho-y colors a little bit. It's the same feel, very soft, very thick, great quality, really, really soft. And then they sent me this type of yarn, which is called Bernat Blanket Extra Thick Celeste. So it's giving me vibes of outer space, things like that. Let's see how it feels. Oh, very soft. All right, so how long is this skein? 65 yards, so it is the same as this one. Yeah, looks pretty much the same. And this color is called Milky Way. So yes, very galactic-y vibes. It's very, very soft. Feels the same as the frosting softness. The colors are really cool. A lot of times it's hard to find variegated yarn colors that aren't like super bright. And this is a great neutral to have on hand for a neutral multicolored blanket. I think it's really pretty, it's really soft. And then this one is also from that Celeste line, and it is called Celestial Teal. They're all so soft. Okay, so Celestial Teal, also 65 yards. like I said before, you can make a baby blanket out of one of these. And I just love how thick they are. Like, I do a lot of yarn reviews. I use a lot of hand knit chunky yarn all the time. Nothing beats Bernat yarn. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. The price point is a little bit higher, but it's gonna be the best quality, the softest, and the skeins are always longer, which is really nice. That's why I was so excited to get this package. This color is really pretty. It's great for someone who might have, I know it's supposed to be like galactic colors and things like that, but I feel like this color scheme could also be really good for like beach themes or ocean, things like that. I think it could be really cool for kids. So we got those, and then they also sent me my favorite yarn, which is the Bernat Blanket Extra Thick Perfect Phasing or ombre yarn. I've made some Instagram reels with this yarn and people go absolutely crazy for it. It works up so beautifully. It's so cool looking, and it's like the softest yarn I've ever tried. I've already used it before, but I still want to take it out. Yeah, it's just so soft. Look how cool it looks. And I will say that this yarn is a little bit thinner than, say, like one of these extra thick yarns. But for some reason, it just like looks really, really good, even though it's a little bit thinner, and just the softness of it. I don't think I've ever made a blanket that was as soft as when I used this Perfect Phasing color yarn. And the one thing about it though is that it doesn't work up as quickly. Since it is a little bit softer, a little bit thinner, it takes a little bit longer to make a chunky blanket with it, but it's worth it in the end, I promise you that. So this color is fuchsia. It's really pretty. This color is very close to this color. Also matches my outfit, but this one is called Purple Sunset, and this is the color I used to make my Instagram reel where people went crazy for it. So I love, love, love this color. It's good for purple lovers, and just that ombre effect it gives is like unlike, and that ombre effect it gives is unlike any other yarn I've ever tried. So that's my favorite type of yarn at the moment, but I am excited to see how this frosting yarn turns out too. What's so cool about making hand knit blankets and trying all these yarns, it's so exciting to like get it, but it's even more exciting to like not know what it's gonna look like until you actually make your blanket and then see what it looks like and share it with others. And it's just like such a fun and happy hobby, you know what I mean? They also sent me some more color phasing. Oh, sorry, it's called Perfect Phasing yarn. Yeah, Perfect Phasing. And this is definitely a thinner skein of yarn, or I think they call them cakes of yarn. It does look like a cake to me. But I do crochet a little bit. That's something I'm learning to do with my needle. I'm very new at it, but I'm very excited to start crocheting again to use these colors. This is a really cool color. I live in the desert. It's giving me desert vibes. This one is called Spice is Nice. So let's open this. Oh yeah, so soft. This is how thick it is, so definitely more for crochet. I should make a blanket out of this yarn. Since I'm new to crocheting, I've only ever made a scarf, but I should do that. And then this color blue is so cool looking. It's so pretty. Obviously I like blue, my nails match it, but I could just imagine how pretty this would be as a baby blanket for a little baby boy. So those are all my yarns that I received from Yarn Inspirations. They're all the Bernat brand, and I'm super excited to make blankets out of all of this. I'd love to know in the comments, do you use Bernat yarn? If you do, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite type of yarn that they offer? And what yarn is your favorite from the type I just went over? Which one are you guys most excited for me to make to show you how it looks in the end? Thanks for joining, and don't forget to subscribe for more hand knit chunky blanket tips and tricks and yarn reviews.